How far back?
You could have stayed there the whole time.
That would've been great.
That would have been
What
pretty
the-
interesting.
What if I just keep going? Just keep working it in.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Westfield Insurance Park. Before our game this evening, our senior baseball players would like to take a few moments to recognize teachers that have made a significant impact on their experiences at Manheim Township as part of our annual Faculty All-Star recognition. Teachers, get ready for your pitch. On my count, in 3, 2, 1, throw. Those all look like strikes to me. Let's give all of our Faculty All-Stars a final round of applause. Thank you for your impact on our senior baseball players, and thank you so much for joining us this evening.
We got a really strong start out of Avid Glass against Cedar Crest. Kid just came out and competed exceptionally well. Had a ton of strikeouts. A pretty cool night, which is really good to see.
That's chopping. Never know.
Get it, Ty, get it, Ty.
And then Trayton came in, huge pickoff at first base to end the game. The kid's got a fantastic pickoff move, really quick feet, throws the ball from the right arm slot. I mean, they had that tying run on base, get out of that with a pickoff, without having to throw many pitches from him. So that was fantastic.
Trayton was like, yo, Dance Dance Revolution.
Coach Pete, we got?
I got Dance Dance Revolution right there.
And then, a lot of tough weather coming through, so just kind of have to see what plays out with the scheduling, but looks like we're gonna have a bunch of games in a row coming up here.
Get there, boys. Get there. There. Yeah. How about yeah. Get him. Yeah. Score. Go, boy.
So you start off a week where you got 6 in front of you, and you got Hempfield twice, Warwick in there, Penn Manor. There's no easy game in Section 1, no matter what. And when you can start off and get the pitching that we got, and the offense showed up today. I know yesterday was a little bit of not necessarily an anomaly. We got great pitching. We scored 2, and you get a little bit of weather. Finally, the weather helped us out a little bit. It pushes us back to playing 6 in 6 days, which is. That's tough for a high school kid to do. It's tough for a big league team to do. But I think it kind of speaks to the resiliency of this team to say, hey, you know what? We have to attack every game as if this is the most important game, because when we break it down and we talk to them, the game that you play is the most important game that we can't worry about tomorrow. That's why we're sitting there saying, hey, you know what? We have to attack this. We're using everybody. And we just have to figure it out because we have the whole week in front of us. And I know it's kind of like that catch-22 to say, where you're saying, hey, we got the whole week in front of us, but we got to use everybody here. And that's why Trayton going out there against Hempfield today and having that kind of outing is fantastic. It does save us for the rest of the week, and it kind of, sets a tone. And I think the first 2 days to get those first 2 and set the tone for that week is enormous. But like you said, when you can sit there and you start the week off with 2 quality wins against 2 quality teams, it's good. It's awesome. It's a trendsetter. We had a pretty tough stretch. You get 3 pretty good teams, not pretty good, 3 really good teams, and we've talked about this before up and down Section 1. There's not a bad team. You're going to get everybody's best every day. I don't think anybody just goes out there and tosses their hat. We have to go at every game and attack every pitch. And I think sometimes there's a little bit of a lull. Like I said, you got 6 games in 6 days. There is a little bit of a lull, but you got to grind through that. If you want to really attack the game and understand what the game's about, you got to attack every pitch, attack every defensive play, attack everything you're doing with the intent of, hey, this all matters, and every little thing we do is going to make a big difference. So we lost the last 3, like you said, and I just think we let some of those little things get away from us.
You're home, boy. You're home. Attaboy. Point gap.
You know, we had to wrap right back into a game Saturday against Ephrata. We were kind of towards the back end of our pitching with as many games we played, and then obviously we had an unfortunate injury to Brader. Struck the leadoff guy out, and then something went a little haywire in his elbow. So heart breaks when you see that for any young kid. I got a lot of text messages from fellow coaches around the county wishing him the best in his recovery. Good thing is Ryan's able to come back and hit for us, so he'll be a big piece, and we didn't lose his bat in the lineup, and we need it. So I'm glad to see he's not going to lose his senior year. He's going to be able to play this thing out here for the next couple of weeks. So, you know, really good to see that. Here we go. We faced a good pitcher there, Calico, at the end of the season. They hit us around a little bit. You know, it's not easy. Their team has a pretty good lineup, so it was tough. That was at the end of a 8-game, 9-day stretch. So, you know, we kind of understood where we're at, and you know, we tell the kids all the time that, you know, coaches coach and players play, and we just didn't play real well that day. So we did make a little run there, though. So you know, it wasn't all things that were bad. So you find the positives and you move on, and you know, now it's about kind of regrouping and see what we can do here, you know, moving forward if we're fortunate enough to make the district tournament. So it's a brand new season. We told the kids, and then you get to go play in a Game 7 situation, which is always fun to see how we respond and fun to coach. So we're looking forward to it.
Before the start of this evening's game, we would like to honor our 8 players from the class of 2023.
Yes, sir. Again. Oh! Come here! Hold it! Ah, boy. Way to a job, way to a job. Yeah! Safe! He's gonna call. I didn't know.
Yeah, this senior class, you know, I didn't know them so much growing up, but I did know Pife's brother Matt. He played for us, so it's just kind of amazing how fast time flies. I remember when Gavin was here as a little kid, coming to a couple of his brother's summer league games, and now these guys are moving on. It's just amazing how time goes so quickly. But it's been a great group of parents. It's not been easy. This year hasn't been easy. There's been some struggles that we've had to go through as a team. They've been a resilient group. They missed their freshman year because of COVID. They stayed with it, and you know, I think if you look back, you probably wouldn't have predicted our starting 9 this year if back in 7th and 8th grade or 6th grade, back in 12U and 14U. We've had guys develop for the program, which is great to see. You know, Cole Stoltzfus and you know, Ryan's always had a big arm, and you know, we were waiting for him to get to our program, and you know, for him to be moving on to college baseball. You know, Lance has been with us. He's been behind the plate as an outfielder, and you know, just been a great kid all around, good student athlete. And then you know, Tommy, and I'm probably missing some guys here, but Tommy's been behind the plate all year, and he waited his turn and had him up as a sophomore, just on some road trips with our team that year, and he got to catch some big league arms, or big time arms rather, and just to see what he's done here today or this year, and have a couple home runs under his belt, which is great to see. And the kids are good kids, and I hope they stay invested, stay in tune to the program, and I'm going to follow their career as they move on.